spring in full bloom, and it is the perfect time to get outside, explore some of the trails in your community, perhaps. Joining us right now is Brandi Horton, Vice President of Communications at Rails to Trails Conservancy. Brandi, thanks for joining us here this morning.
Thrilled to be here.
I have to admit, I know we have so many great trails around the Charlotte area even, but all over North Carolina and the Carolinas in general. I have just made like the tiniest dent in some of them. Where does one start? Because in some way I've been overwhelmed, so I don't know where to go.
It can be overwhelming when you live in a state that has named itself the Great Trails State. You have so many incredible trails, including, right there in Charlotte, the Charlotte Rail Trail. It's actually one that we love to tell the story of at Rails to Trails Conservancy. We just did a feature about it recently in our magazine. But you're right, it can be overwhelming to figure out what is the right trail for me or my family, or, I want to commute by trail, or I want to go on an adventure by trail. How do you make that decision? And TrailLink is a resource that Rails to Trails Conservancy provides that is designed to help people do that. It offers maps, it offers information about what the trails have available. So restrooms, water, being able to see, does it intersect with town or businesses, things of that nature, so that you can really plan what's right for you, because there's only limit to what you can do on the trails is your imagination. People hike, people bike, people explore nature, people roller skate, people do all sorts of things that are interesting to them. And so I really do think of our trails as like a playground for us to figure out, all the things you want to do. It creates the space to do that.
I love it. And what a great link and resource. Celebrate Trails Day is coming up soon. How do we celebrate? What kinds of events and activities are planned?
Well, Celebrate Trails Day is a really special moment for the entire country. It takes place every year on the fourth Saturday in April. This year, that's April 25th. And it is RTC's invitation to America to get outside and show off all the ways that trails make a difference in our lives. These spaces are so much more than just a day outside. They help us get around town safely. They create, free access to nature, to being able to move our bodies. They contribute to quality of life. They contribute to the economy in so many incredible ways. So that's what Celebrate Trails Day is about. This year is RTC's 40th anniversary, and we're so excited to have hit the milestone that there will be Celebrate Trails Day events in all 50 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico. So that's really cool. And in North Carolina, there are about a half dozen events taking place across the state. So I encourage folks to go to railstotrails.org/celebrate trails. You'll be able to find events that interest you. There's all different things. There's walks, there's cleanups, there's bike rides. Really the diversity of events reflects all the things that you can do on the trail. But if events aren't quite your thing, just get out on the trail. Get out on the trail, take a picture, tag us on social media at Rails to Trails, #Celebrate Trails, and let us know how that trail is special to you, how it's making a difference, so we can put your story into kind of the national conversation about how these spaces are essential.
How do you make your first trail excursion experience fun and stress-free?
Plan ahead. I think so often people think, oh, this is easy. I've seen the trail, or I can just like hop on my bike. Make sure that you know where the trail goes. Make sure that you know if you have access to water, access to bathrooms. A trick with my family when we're going out on a long bike ride, I pick a destination. So that could be the ice cream shop, that could be a picnic, that could be, the riverfront, whatever it is. Know how you're going to get there, know kind of how much time you think it's going to take. And you can do all of that planning through the TrailLink app. It's just an incredible tool to be able to figure out kind of what a trail has to offer, what you need to be prepared for, what you need to plan for, whether it's surface types or, can you get on transit real quick if you need to get home, those kinds of things. So really incredible resource. But the number one tip, plan, plan, plan.
That sounds like a great advice. And Brandi, do you feel or do you sense there's this shift of people younger, all ages, gravitating towards nature and seeking an outdoorsy routine more so than in the past?
One of the things that trails do that is just so important is that they get people outside where they live and help people appreciate the nature and the wildlife that's all around us. Even, Charlotte is a city, and you don't realize all the time when you're bustling about your life how much nature is right there. And trails can get you into nature so fast. They help you build that appreciation for what exists in your community and help really build conservation into people's DNA. They start to realize and appreciate all that they have access to. And as we have built more trails in the country, as we have gone from in the 1980s, a handful of trails to now 42,500 miles of multi-use trail nationwide, more people discover these spaces. And once you do, most of the time people love them. I have rarely hear the opposite. They're joyful experiences. And so I think that becomes contagious, and more people are finding those spaces and more people are really falling in love with them.
Agreed, agreed. Brandi Horton, thank you so much. Again, give us that link one more time. Great resource.
Railstotrails.org. It's where you'll find Trail Link, info on Celebrate Trails Day, and details on what's happening on trails in North Carolina and all over the country.
Appreciate your time, Brandi. Thanks.